Bob Dylan's song, Lenny Bruce. It's an album cut from Bob Dylan's last explicitly religious album, Shot of Love, from 1981. My twin brother is a Christian, and he always told me that there's a prejudice against Christians. I'm like, yeah, right, come on, it's a dominant culture. Then I went through all of my life hearing that this was the worst Bob Dylan album of all time. I think he may be right. There's a prejudice against Christians because this album bangs. It's such a good album, solid all the way through, classic album. Those poor Christians, what other good art are they creating? But Lenny Bruce is probably the least religious of all of the songs on the album. There's no reference to religious themes at all, though it is played as if it were a piano-led gospel piece. But the song is a classic Bob Dylan written song. It is written, if not ripped, out of the folk tradition. It's a song about an outlaw, a lawbreaker who we're supposed to be like, that's the hero of the song. Jesse James, Stagger Lee, Last Night I Saw Joe Hill, As Alive as You or I. And this is just the same sort of song, but just this Bob Dylan twist of who is he going to sing about? A drug-addled comedian from the 1950s. Now, if you don't know who Lenny Bruce was, you are not a comedy nerd. But he's one of huge influential comedians who created the medium of stand-up comedy, who you probably wouldn't laugh at now because comedy never ages that well. He was edgy, he was jazz, man, he was a cool guy. He talked about homosexuality, divorce, controversial 1950s, people's heads exploding. And he just talked the way that he was, which is like a hip guy. He talked frankly about sex, and that got him in legal troubles. They arrested him for saying, to come is a verb intransitive. Lenny Bruce, you're under arrest! Different time. So the fact that this is the character that Bob Dylan, also a cool New York hipster, this outlaw is actually a hero to us all and an inspiration. Nice little twist there. Once you know it, I happened to just release a cover of this song, and I wanted to turn it back into a folk song. I was hoping to get some of the cool Olympia, Washington old-time musicians. There's about 100 of them. I asked 3 of them. No one got back to me. Whatever, so I just did it myself. I can play old-time music. I was aiming for Indian War Hoop, which is from the Harry Smith anthology. Really cool instrumental tune. That's what I was aiming for with the tone of this song. Got some stomp in there, banjo, mandolin. Purposely played some of it a little bit bad. So, if you want, you can check out my version of Lenny Bruce. See what I did with it. And check out Bob Dylan's version and Shot of Love. Mwah! 10 out of 10. Would recommend.